my understanding of education and thesis results on the critical success factors of the knowledge manager. So for those of you that don't know, DIL is an international master degree offered in cooperation with Oslo, Tallinn and Parma University. It's a 2 years international master that comprises its learning objectives are to gain knowledge of the digital librarianship, studying both the cutting edge of the digital library research and the real-world applications and best practices, and to understand the impact of the digital environment on the role of information professional in the knowledge society. So it's 2 years of international experiences, challenges, studies, and last but not least, fun, which is important for students too. Being a DIL student means a lot. That's why I'm happy to contribute to this panel discussion on education, because education, so let's focus on the word education. Looking at the etymology, which is the study of the origin of the word, education comes from Latin. It is 2 parts, ex and educare, which means bring out and guide the man out of his original nature and conditions. That's what I think I have to expect from my education, which is my international master degree. So my expectations were to gain knowledge, to develop values and virtues, to equip you with all that is needed to make your dreams come true, to build the confidence to take decisions, to accept failures and successes, to enrich your professional careers, to provide you with the tools to work with, to face life. Then we'll go back to provide you with the tools to work with, which is the key. But being a DIL student is a grabbing opportunity to do more and more, to say I want to do more and more every day. And as a fresh ex-DIL student, I'm honored to share with you my thesis results on the knowledge manager, as we say. Just to smell for a second what my thesis reminds me, I need to go back to my internship, and thank of the master and especially to my professor, Anna-Maria Camaro. I had an internship in Singapore. Singapore, a small country of about 5 million people, is very much the gateway to Southeast Asia. Singapore has excellent facilities, cultural contrast, fascinating, and tourist attractions and strategic location, but the most important feature of its progress is its performance as a knowledge-based economy. So, what is knowledge and what is knowledge management then? So knowledge, I won't say anything else on etymology. So knowledge is something fully documented or recorded or communicated or written down in some explicit way. So knowledge can be explicit, and knowledge is also what is in our heads, an understanding we possess in some tacit way. So we have 2 types of knowledge, tacit and explicit. In most organizations, the 20% of the knowledge for a successful operation is explicit, and the remaining 80% is tacit, which is scary. So knowledge management needs to deal with these 2 types of knowledge. And as we can see, as a new knowledge is acquired, it becomes part of the tacit base of the learner, who adapted and uses as needed to make decisions, to perform new tasks. And the tacit base of the knowledge of the learner evolves with continued learning and experience, and matures into new knowledge, which we can see evolves can be tacit within small group or individual, or until they document it in some fashion, and they make it explicit. So knowledge management, using a quotation of APQC, which is the American Productivity and Quality Center, is connecting people to the best practices, knowledge and expertise they need to create value. KM focuses on improving business operations. So the promise of KM is change the way business is performed internally to improve productivity, reduce waste, increase effectiveness. Well, it seems to be like the promise of any other business operations, but the difference is in the resources. Resources of knowledge management are employee skills and knowledge, the complete spectrum of information-based resources, communication infrastructure with the work processes, culture, and employee behavior of the firm. So a demanding discipline requires a solid foundation on change management, process analysis, business operation improvement. But the stimulus of the thesis came from the Italian context, because I said to you before, to look, when I say education, need to give you the tools to work with. Well, my master's degree gave me the tools to work with, but then where I can operate, where I can be a knowledge manager, if in Italy there is a gap, so knowledge manager gap. Most organizations in Italy doesn't use the term knowledge manager at all, because it's not recognized or an accepted word. But it's not just Federica culture, but it's not just a problem of